Hey everyone, my name is Langley and I'm a Bandito racer. In this series, I'm going to try to earn $10 million and buy a yacht while only doing Bandito races. I have no idea how difficult it will be, but one thing's for sure. If you keep watching, you're going to see some very high-level Bandito racing. Subscribe to this channel and come along for the ride. SASS? Oh, San Andreas Super Sport Series. I think the Bandito races are included in that. I think they are. That may be why the payouts are so large for Bandito races right now. And this could take about 15 years, so... while I'm waiting for this to load, I'm gonna just take a quick break, get a couple master's degrees, and then come back, and hopefully by then it will have loaded. So, see you guys later. I'm going back to college. Alright, so I am back. While I was gone, I got a master's degree in waiting for GTA to load, and a PhD in twiddling my thumbs. Obviously, those are both pretty useless degrees, but, spoiler alert, not any less useless than any other degree. So, just a heads up for anyone out there thinking of going to college. I'm going to go straight back into Bandito racing, and we're going to go back to air traffic control. Ah, I can see in that list there, it does say triple cash, triple RP. So, that's good. That's good. That usually draws people in to a particular type of race. We are going to do standard 3 laps, because people will straight up leave if I change those things. I will turn off catch up and slipstream. I'm going to leave custom vehicles on, because again, people will leave if I change that. And I'm trying to actually have some opponents. I want to race against other people, because it does make things a lot more interesting. In auto invite, let's bring in everyone from the current session. I should really switch my main crew back to Bandito Brawlers, because that's, if you want to talk about intimidation factor, if you are in a Bandito race against another person whose crew tag says BNDT, you're gonna be like, oh crap, oh no, this person knows what they're doing. They're here for a reason. They're not just, oh, let's randomly join a lobby with triple cash, triple RP. No, no, no. Okay, Pirate Smalls. Pirate Smalls is joining. Yay. They are level 4. They are using a keyboard and mouse. They are dressed to impress. And they are my opponent. And they are probably the only person who I'm going to get into this lobby. So, we're just going to go with it. I'm not even going to wait another minute and 40 seconds, because, let's face it, nothing's going to happen in that time. I would just want to race. So, here we go. Air traffic control. Oh, look at that. Their crew picture is a bunch of 0s and 1s. Oh, and it's green on black. It's probably supposed to look like the Matrix. That's pretty cool. And that might be what their character is supposed to look like, too. Oh, hold on. Free mode. Oh, and this person has the same color Bandito, so I want to make mine a different color. No winning toast. No winning toast. Save some time, because otherwise you just have to wait. Oh, look at that. We're both racing noobs. 1-1 lost 0. I 1-2 lost 0. I technically have a better win record than him, but that is not saying much. It really isn't. Not for either of us. Oh, wait, what? It didn't save my color choice. I switched mine to red. Maybe I forgot to click the right thing. But now we're both black. Okay. Okay, he's lagging behind already, because I don't think he did the boost. Okay, I could have done a better job at that corner. That one was decent. And now we have these curbs that will really throw you off if you go over them at the wrong angle. And it looks like something did throw him off because he is crashed already. I'm not going to crash. Famous last words right there. I'm going to try not to. I think that would make this... Oh, I guess I didn't really crash on Tourist Trail. Or maybe I did and I just forgot. I don't know. But it would be nice for this to be my first race back from my hiatus in which I did not crash. I am really taking some of these corners like way too wide. These are not fantastic lines here. That's for sure. Let's see if... Oh, this is a difficult set of corners to string together perfectly. Let's see if I still remember how to do it. Oh, that was actually pretty good. That was pretty close to the ideal line through those ones. This is one of my favorite tracks. It may be my favorite track. Out of all of the Bandito races. There's 15 of them, actually. So many people don't realize how many there are. I thought there were like 8. Even after like a month of playing all 15 tracks. Because I never really went through and counted them up. And, you know, they show you that voting screen at the end. And it's like, they list like six tracks. And you can always think of like, oh, there's one that's not... Oh no, ooh, that was bad. I bounced off the curb. Alright, doesn't count as a crash. I didn't spin out or anything. You can always think of like one that's not in the list. Like, oh, this is not in the list. And you can think of maybe one more. So it's like, okay, so there's probably about 8 tracks. 6 of them are in this voting list, and 2 of them aren't. And somehow, I never thought. And then finally, I saw them all listed. I was like, what? There's 15 Bandito tracks? What? That was crazy. But yes, there are 15. And this is, so my favorites are probably, whoa, that was close. This is definitely one of my favorites. Tour of Duty is one of my favorites for sure. Did I crash on Tour of Duty? Oh, I did, that's right, because I took a corner really wide to try to avoid crashing to my opponent who was like, had just crashed ahead of me and I didn't want to cause a pile up, but I took it too wide and hit the curb. That was not a good line either. Alright, let's stop. I'm gonna stop critiquing myself and just work on getting the feel for these tracks. Because it's been a long time. Gotta shake off that rust. But yeah, this is... I would say my top 3 would be this one, just because it's really long, it has a lot of interesting corners. And it only has one crossover point. I do tend to prefer tracks that don't have a crossover. Or worse, an oncoming section where you're literally part of the track. You're driving on the same part of the track as oncoming traffic. There, that was a better version of that corner there. I prefer the ones with no crossover, no oncoming traffic. And this only has one. Tour of Duty only has one crossover, kind of, sort of. Oh, I guess it's 2, but if you use the jump, you'll jump over the other crossover. Anyways. But speaking of jumps, here's a tip out there. Jumps lose time on almost every single track. Obviously, there are some tracks where you literally will miss a checkpoint if you try to avoid a jump. But for the ones that that have a path through the course that doesn't involve going over a jump, that path is usually going to be faster. Just as a rule of thumb. Well, you see, that proves I didn't crash. I just got the no claims bonus award for driving like, I don't know, what, 2 miles, 4 miles or something without crashing. If you're a good Bandito driver, you can rack up those no claims bonuses pretty fast doing Bandito races. Okay, there we go. That's the good line through there. Alright, let's try and get some decent lines through that. Oh, and just as I say that, I take that way too wide. Alright. I think I'm on the last lap. Yeah, lap 3 at 3. I'm 25 seconds ahead of my opponent. And have not crashed. I bumped a curb. But that obviously did not count as a crash, according to Rockstar's criteria. Because I got the no claims bonus, like, almost immediately after that. And there we go. That's a nice line through there. And finish. That last lap was a 2:05. That's not too bad. Because my best is like just under 2:04. Okay. His best lap. Oh, look at that. My best was a 2:05.006. I won 21,000. His best lap is a 2:16. That's only 10 seconds off my lap time. He's a slightly different skill level. It's the polite way of saying it. Just slightly different. And I gotta say, when I decided to do this challenge of having a character from starting at rank 0 and only earning money through Bandito races, I was not actually aware that these races were triple cash, triple RP. I'm gonna vote for Beach, please, because the only other options are All Downhill and Trailer Park Dash. I don't like Trailer Park Dash because there's too many crossovers. I have already done Beach, please, but I'm happy for an opportunity to do it again, especially against another opponent. Because the last guy I raced on this track, quote-unquote raced, was actually AFK. Yes, yes, yes! Huge lobby. Lots of people. And more of them coming. Oh, I really hope these people manage to join eventually. With a full lobby of what's probably going to end up being 16 players, this is going to be like, it's going to be pure chaos. It really is. So, if I can win this race, it's going to come down, oh my god, triple cash, triple RP on a full lobby. Oh man. If I were to win this, it would probably be like, is that possible? 100,000? It might be 100,000. It might be like, I'm not gonna say 150,000. It might be somewhere in between $100,000 and $150,000. In any case, once the race is over, we can see how much money the winner makes, whoever that happens to be, which I hope is me, but. How quickly a full lobby falls apart because someone is stuck loading the game. And there it is. I'm officially the most patient person in the entire world. That was the test right there, and I just passed it. And now I have that honor, which is not actually a great thing. Because to be honest, impatient people get stuff done. That's the truth. Yeah, it's me and Gina Nancy, and nothing's gonna happen. Okay. That's it. I'm leaving. That was disappointing. And we're back to playing Grand Theft Loading. Grand Theft Loading Screen. A game where you try to steal the loading screen, which you are staring at for hours and hours. Except that you can't, because that's not one of the game mechanics. And so you just sit there and stare at a loading screen. Sometimes it changes. Sometimes you get to see a different picture that you hadn't seen for a whole 5 minutes. And it's like, oh wow, that's new. I'm going to read this text, which I've already memorized, because it's more interesting than just staring at a bunch of clouds. And that's not saying much. Oh, police chase. Somebody committed a crime. That's a shocker right there. Somebody actually committed a crime. Jobs. Play job. Bookmarked. Stunt races. Which one were we were trying to load into? Beach Please? Oh, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. You know what I want to do? I'm ready to do Teed Off. So, this is one of my top 3 tracks, I would say, along with Air Traffic Control and Tour of Duty. And to be honest, the main reason that I love this track is because 99% of other people hate it. That's basically what it comes down to. I love it because other people hate it. It is probably one of the more difficult tracks just because of the jumps, the loose surfaces, low traction surfaces that you are driving on. There's a whole lot of things about this track that throw people off if they're not prepared for it. It's the kind of track you have to, unlike the other tracks where if you're off by even like a millimeter from like the best line through a corner, you're not going to lose a second. You're going to flip over. It's just completely unforgiving. Yeah, there's a lot of water hazards and sand traps, which you can drive out of, but are just really annoying because it's a golf course. Well, I'm going to take a break and see if, when I come back, hopefully we will have some other people in this session. Okay, so we've actually got some other people in this lobby. That is awesome. Well, we've got 3 other people. You know what? 3 opponents. That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. Let's do it. Let's do it. When it gets to 45 seconds. There's a part of me that's patient, and there's a part of me that's impatient. And they fight against each other when I'm trying to decide whether to push that button. Because as much as I'd love to have more opponents, I also want to actually race and not spend the majority of my time in a lobby. Well, to be fair, there's absolutely no way I can avoid spending the majority of my time in a lobby, because that's literally like the entire point of this game. You would think that Rockstar actually intended it that way, given that is always what happens. Alright, I'm at 1-3, lost 0. We are against... Oh, look at that! All of our opponents have each won a single race. They've each done one race, and they won it. That's great. Well, here's another way of looking at it. We've all lost 0 races. None of the people who are participating in this race have ever lost. Someone, actually, 3 of them will no longer be able to have that claim when this race is done. Only one person is going to walk away from this with an untarnished win record. I'm hoping it's me, but my hopes are... Oh, look at that, they've all crashed already. Alright, let's take it really nice and easy here. Real easy. No unnecessary risks. Speaking of risks, oh, that was bad. Oh, that was really bad. And here I am thinking that, oh, I know how to do this track. I know all the little tricks, but I'm just as rusty on Teed Off as I am on everything else. Oh, gee. That was almost a complete disaster, and that's on a corner that I think of as being one of the easier ones. Okay, we got someone who is stuck here, sort of, maybe? No. At least I nailed that jump. Yeah, going real slow around this one. I'm going slow around a lot of these. Taking it easy here. Look at that, we're already at 124. my best laps on this track are well under 124. I think I have a, is it a 123 something or a 122 something? Was my record with one of my other characters. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Clean lap. This is one of the silly things about this game. It says clean lap, even on laps when you crash into like 15 other players and wipe out 5 times. It's like, okay, what's the bar here for having a clean lap? It's pretty low, clearly. And I'm not sure I've ever found it. I've never hit that bar. Because I literally see clean lap every single time, no matter what happens. Okay, now that's a better version of that corner. I could have been on the throttle more than that. But, you know what? The fastest, as I always say, the fastest line through a corner is the one where you don't crash. Any line that you take through a corner in which you crash, and there comes the crash. At least I made it over the jump. And I'm going the wrong way. Okay. Every line through a corner that does not involve crashing is faster than every single line through the corner that does involve crashing. Seems like a pretty intuitive, basic concept right there, but it's one that it cannot be overstated. It really can't. Okay, I think I'm lapping this guy. Yeah, look at that. I'm lapping him. Okay, I should not follow him because he doesn't know what he's doing. So that would be a bad thing to do. That is one of the pitfalls for experienced drivers, is to just kind of get caught up in the heat of the moment and start assuming that the other people in the race actually know what they're doing, and that guy is griefing. That was very intentional. He reversed into me. That is often what happens when there's a clear leader in a race. Other people stop trying to win, and they just start trying to make the leader lose. Because it's... And there go my headlights, or whatever that is. Oh no. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting to get through this entire track without crashing once. I was hoping it might only be like once or twice, instead of twice on every single lap. Oh, that guy was clearly in the river and then respawned. You just see that little blue dot on the map suddenly move. That was a terrible line through that corner. But you know what? It was a line that didn't involve crashing, so that's gotta be a win. And speaking of wins, I just won. Okay, this is the guy in pink. He's the one who's griefing me. Apparently he's now actually trying to complete the race. He's putting in a solid effort here. I got a 132.3, which I'm going to go ahead and say is not a bad lap time for being a lap that probably included at least one crash. Considering that I definitely crashed during that lap, because I crashed during all of them, that is a good lap time. Oh, he managed to avoid falling in that river twice. And now he's lost. And unfortunately, it only starts doing the DNF countdown once half of the racers have finished. And we are still waiting on Scrover Max. Actually, hold on. He's in the water. Yeah, that was inevitable. Let's see what Scrover Max is doing. Is he at least... he or she at least making an attempt to finish this? I wish you could get more money for the time you spend waiting for other racers to finish. It's like detention pay, but for Bandito racing. And that comment will probably only make sense to any long-haul truck drivers that are in my audience, but whatever. Alright, he's about to win if he can find the finish line. There we go. Finally, we can start DNFing. Oh, look at that, they're actually close to each other. Oh, no, they're not, because they're in completely different parts of the lap, but... Is this guy tangent 90D? Is that, like, tangent 90 degrees? Oh, crap. Forgot my trigonometry here. What's the tangent of 90 degrees? Let me think about this. Okay. Tangent is the opposite over adjacent. Okay, so 90 degrees. Oh, well, 90 degrees is not a real angle for a right triangle. I mean, there can only be one 90-degree angle in a right triangle. So in this case, opposite is infinity. Adjacent is, well, it's finite. So it's basically infinity. So your name is Infinity, maybe? Alright, everyone. That's going to be the end of this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.